Do you need to get your S2G, get your S word together? Well, if you're like most people, somewhere in your life you need to get your S to G, and that's what we're going to talk about on this episode of College on Fleek. Hi, I'm Mary Dittman. I'm an award-winning business professor on the collegiate level and the creator of Wonderful Life and College on Fleek. Today, we're going to talk about how to get your S2G. But before we do that, let's take a motivation minute. Now, this motivation minute is actually going to help you with getting your S2G, and that is clean out some clutter. Every piece of scientific research shows us that when we are in an environment that's cluttered, it distracts your brain. So yeah, it's probably hard for you to focus on writing that English paper when your room is a mess. Also, things like clutter can become a procrastination area. For example, you need to work on your English paper and you say, oh, but I need to fold the laundry before I can do that. Cleaning out the clutter will go a long way in helping you stay motivated. You lose a lot of time when you can't find things because of a mess. I believe in starting small victories. Start with your backpack or your book bag. If that seems like overwhelming, then just start with your wallet. One tip that I've learned from the men is keep your money organized. Men who respect money keep their money organized. And I started doing this too. So take your cash money, your bills, and I turn all of my bills right side up facing the same way in denominations. So 1, 5, 10, 20. Throw out your old receipts or file them away. Make sure you have your loyalty cards or your school ID card. Make sure you have your debit card where you can find it. But just clean out your wallet if that's all you can do. Like I said, maybe you can work your way up to cleaning out your backpack or cleaning out your car. But just start getting rid of the clutter. That will go a long way in helping you stay motivated. In every episode, we like to give you a study hack or a success hack. Today, we're going to give you both. First of all, I want you to go to collegeonfleek.com and get the Study Smart Toolkit. It's free. A lot of times my students say, Professor Dittman, can I come to your office and you teach me how to study? Well, bam, here you go. And you can just be in the privacy of your own home. The Study Smart Toolkit is a video where I am with you one-on-one. I teach you the 3-step system that I created to help myself in school. You'll have access to it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at your convenience. You can watch it as many times as you want to. And I show you how to study smart. I don't believe in studying for 8 hours. I believe in studying for a little bit of time and being able to remember things. I've seen my students go from F's to A's on the very next exam. Now, I can't make a guarantee, but what I can tell you is that with my own eyes, I have seen my students, when they use the Study Smart Toolkit, they go from D's and F's to A's and B's. It works for any class, any major, high school, college, graduate school. So go to collegeonfleek.com and get the Study Smart Toolkit. Now, a little success hack I have for you, since we're talking about getting your S2G today, is go to getyours2g.com, and I'm going to send you 10 procrastination hacks to help you get stuff done. Okay, sometimes you just get to a point where you say, I have got to get my S2G. And maybe it's spring break, maybe it's the weekend, maybe you just have a day off, and you get to the point where maybe you can't find things, or you feel overwhelmed, or you're really stressed out, or you're just really unhappy with the state of things in your life. And so I'm going to show you how to start getting your S2G. Now, you could do this for your entire life, or you might say, I really just need to get it together for school, or I really just need to get it together in terms of my health. It doesn't matter, this will work for whatever you need. So the first thing you're going to do to get your S2G is do what I call a brain dump. And in a brain dump, you'll just take a piece of paper. A lot of times I like to use my iPad. but a sheet of paper works just as well. And you just do a brain dump of everything that you need to do, or even I've made brain dumps sometimes of everything that's bothering me. So sometimes if it's a list of what's bothering me, it might be, you know, I feel tired, I feel fat, my face is breaking out, you know, I'm irritated, I feel burned out. Or if it's a brain dump of things I need to do, it might include things like clean out the closet, grade these papers. For you, it might be clean out the closet, turn in the papers. It could be anything. Like sometimes I'll accumulate magazines because I haven't had time to read them, and so I'll have this huge stack of magazines and I don't want to throw them away because I really do want to look at them. And so that'll be on there. Go through the magazines. Don't worry about organizing anything, just brain dump. You're just going to write it all down. And it doesn't have to be in any kind of order. It doesn't have to be in any type of full sentence. Whatever's going to work for you when you see it, that you know what it is. Okay, next, I like to do an O and P. That's organize and prioritize. What I do is I'll go through my brain dump, and I like to organize things in categories. So I will organize things as like school. When I'm doing this, I'll do it by class. So here's what I need to do for my business class. Here's what I need to do for the internships. Here's what I need to do for university life. You could do that with yours. So here's everything for English. Here's everything for math. Here's everything for work. Maybe here's everything that deals with my car. Here's everything that deals with my room or my apartment. Here's everything that deals with my health. If you're in an organization, sorority, fraternity, you might have that on there. But you organize and prioritize. So what I'll do first, take my brain dump, organize it. Okay, so I'll put it in these categories. O and P, the P is prioritize. Then I'll go through and say, okay, what really has to get done immediately? Either it has to get done now, or I have to get it done first because I can't do anything else until this gets done, or it's just a really major important piece of the puzzle. And so then what I'll do is I'll just put like a 1, 2, 3. Some people use A1, A2, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter what kind of system you use, whatever's going to work for you. What I'll do, like I said, I do my brain dump, then I'll get a second piece of paper, and then I'll just draw like a grid. And I'll say, okay, business 150, here's everything that needs done. Fitness, here's everything I need to get taken care of. Consulting work, here's everything that needs done. And then within each category, I'll go and I'll just 1, 2, 3, 4, and I start with what's the very most important thing has to get done first. That's number 1. Now, once you've done that, you know that you're just focusing on your ones. And it may be that in that 1, you need to break that down into smaller tasks. If, let's say, for example, a 1 for you is cleaning out your closet. Well, there's a lot of ways you can clean out a closet. Now, I know that Marie Kondo says, go into your closet and take every single thing out of the closet and put it on the floor. I don't do that because that just makes me feel overwhelmed, and then I get discouraged, and then I want to quit. But I can't quit because I have a huge mess. What I prefer to do is I prefer to break that into smaller tasks. And so for me, what that looks like is I might say, I'm just going to go through my pants, or I'm just going to go through my shirts, or I'm just going to go through this one area of shoes, or I'm only going to look at handbags today. And so every day, I may not get my closet cleaned out in one day, but every day I'm doing something. I'm making some forward progress. Sometimes I'll just set a timer and I'll say, I'm going to go through and do as much as I can in 20 minutes. But small daily tasks are good because you won't get burned out, you won't feel overwhelmed, and you'll have some small victories. One of my mentors one time, when I told her, I said, I'm going to clean out my dresser. And normally what I would do, I have 6 big drawers in my dresser. I would take all 6 drawers out, dump them all on the floor, and then I'd have like maybe 1 or 2 drawers kind of put back together, and I would get tired and I'd feel overwhelmed, and then I'd be frustrated and I'd have a big mess. So when I told her I was going to clean out my dresser, she said, here's what I want you to do. I want you to just do 1 drawer. Like just take out 1 drawer, dump that out, and just organize the 1 drawer and call me back. And so I did that. I did the 1 drawer. I mean, I think it took me like 20 or 30 minutes. I called her back and she said, great. what are you going to do now? And I said, I'm going to do the other 5 drawers. She said, no, you're not. You're not going to do any more drawers today. And every time you walk into your room, if it appeals to you, I want you to open that drawer that you did today, and I want you to look at it and admire it and just be happy about it. And so I did that, and it was really cool because then I felt proud of it and I felt motivated, and the next day I could do 1 more drawer. So that's breaking something into a daily task that you can get done and it doesn't overwhelm you and demotivate you. And if you're going to get your S2G, you're going to actually have to take action. And taking action on small things can be a lot easier. And when you get some small things done, you're going to get some wins. And those wins help motivate you to keep going. And another part of getting your S2G is reward yourself. When you've completed a project or even just a task, give yourself a reward. That could mean that you go to a fitness class that you've been wanting to try. It could mean that you buy yourself something. Maybe it means that you watch an extra episode on Netflix. Celebrate getting your S2G. Maybe you take a picture of your organized closet and post it on your Instagram and let people tell you how great you are. And remember, if you go to getyours2g.com, I'll send you some procrastination hacks that will help you get over procrastination so that you can make some forward movement. Now, College on Fleek is a dialogue, not a monologue, and we want to hear from you. So I want to know from you, are you ready to get your S2G? Put that in the comments and let us know. And let us know anything that you're struggling with or that you need help with. We want to be able to help you crush it in college, so tell us what it is you want to hear more about. You can always connect with us at collegeonfleek.com, and make sure you join us next week right here on College on Fleek.